Blog Talk Radio. Blog Talk Radio.
Hi, welcome to another Friday night edition of the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. Happy Friday, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hey.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
I'm good.
Hi out there.
Hey, it's a birthday weekend. Happy birthday, Ketel.
Hey. Pump it up. That's what's up. Yep.
Well,
no, I'm 28. I'm 28 today.
Okay. 28 again. That's wonderful.
I was going to say, are you 29 and holding or 39 and holding?
No, you're right.
Okay.
Well, we're not going to take any calls tonight because we have to go and celebrate Ketel's birthday. So we're going to just go through with the show and give you guys some good information and entertainment, and then it's party time. So, Poppa DD,
right.
What
you got for us to kick it off tonight?
Wow, you know what? I've been observing a few things in the world today that black people just get pulled into, you know what I mean? And I just want to get y'all opinion on it. I mean, I'll talk about it a little later in my segment, but it just seems like everybody that's doing anything or running for anything or got anything going on, they got to, like, add the plague of black people in their situation. I don't know whether it gets them more votes or draws attention to them or pisses off white people to adore them more or something. You know what I mean?
You mean
like, for
political?
example,
okay, go ahead.
Every aspect. For one, you got this country singer named Jason Aldean. Okay? Now, he's pretty popular in the country world. He was the guy that was singing when all the people got shot in Vegas that time. Remember the guy was shooting from the window down the parking lot in Vegas?
Oh, right.
Killed all them people? Yeah, he was the one on stage singing. Now, he just made this video that's got all this video of violence in it and Black Lives Matter things, and then he took the video down and edited some stuff out of it. But he did all that stuff because he's kind of anti everything on the Black Lives Matter to get attention, to sell his music or whatever. And, you know, it's like everybody's using a Donald Trump move. Even Governor DeSantis now said a thing about, you know, well, black people in slavery, you know, that was a thing where they got experience, you know, so when slavery was over, they were qualified as something. I'm like, what the fuck? When did we know slavery was going to be over? And when did slavery become a damn apprenticeship, you know? So
right.
What the hell are you talking about? And why is black people even in your conversation? What is slavery and schools and not putting books in libraries? What the hell has that got to do with you being president or being governor of Florida? What does that got to do with anything? I mean, black people are here like anybody else, and we're Americans in this country. I mean, it's bad enough, you know, you got that crazy-ass guy over in Texas, that Governor Abbott. Is that his name, Abbott?
Yeah.
Yeah, Governor Abbott. He's doing a bunch of crazy shit with the foreigners coming over and things like that, cutting them up and drowning them and all kind of shit in the water. But, you know, why is it that people of minority always are the catalyst of white people, we'll say white people, in order to build a stuff and for them to stay relative, stand the news. They constantly say stuff that will agitate Trump followers to make them look at blacks as being beneath them, but also building their base. And we just sitting here ain't doing shit. You know what I mean? We just sitting here, we turn the news, and all of a sudden jokers is talking about us, putting us down, denying us stuff. And then you got over in Alabama where they had made the voting area, gentrified that where, well, what do you call that? Maybe I'm using the wrong term. Where they
I
cut
know what
down
you mean.
gerrymandering.
Gerrymandering, right.
Yeah, blacks only got one little area now that they represent fully, and the rest is red. And it's like we wake up in the morning and see this stuff on the news that's being done to us. So the question is, why the hell does people keep fucking with us? And all we try to do is live every day like anybody else. Everybody got to put a little sprinkle of black shit in us, living like, like the Donald Trump move. Everybody think they're Donald Trump juniors. So
well, I got a response for it. I think it's because they got to have somebody to beat up on, and we tend to be the most likely candidate. They beat up on us, for one, because we're not a unified people. We're an easy target, what they call the low-hanging fruit. You can beat up on people that aren't all on the same page because we're not going to give you back a unified response. It'll be, you'll have some people that are with whatever is going on, or some people against it. Some people that go, I don't know what you're talking about. Some that say, I don't care. So it's just we're all over the place. And I think that's why we're such easy targets for all of the bull. That's what I think. What you think,
Yeah.
Ketel?
You're right about that. I give you that.
That's a good observation. You got a good point here, Redwine. Like you said, I think we just aren't unified. But like Poppa DD said, why keep attacking us? Are you trying to put us at the bottom of your shoe again? I mean, we climbed from underneath the bottom of the shoe, and now it's like they trying to put us back down there. So, trying to treat us like nothing, and that pisses me off. But I think we as a people, so to speak, need to get back up and start fighting again because, Black Lives Matter going to have to come out the woodwork because, or some other organizations other than them, and we're going to try to do something peaceful. I mean, we have to start fighting. I haven't seen that, retrospect. I haven't seen us, like, more say, fighting back. So, I don't know,
Well, I think that's the key word, organization. If we could ever organize, well, we would be a force.
Yeah.
But, all right, hey, that's something to think about. But we got to keep it moving tonight. Let's get to the rundown. That's a good opener, Poppa DD.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, switching to you, Ketel. What you got on the rundown for tonight?
Oh, y'all making me work on my birthday, huh?
Oh, yeah. You don't get a whole night off. You can party later.
Oh, my. All right. I'll take that. All right. Our in focus tonight is Biden honors Emmett and Mamie Till with a national monument. Kudos to Mr. Biden. Also, black men tortured by Mississippi cops filed lawsuit. And this woman named Carly Russell's disappearance was a hoax. Also, our cocktail of the week is the Solar Slayer. Sounds pretty good. What's popping with Poppa DD? Also, we're going to lighten it up with our weird news. Thieves dragging ATM from bank left a big clue. Also, rat snake breaks into chicken coop, swallows a surprise. And also, the big peanut is back in Georgia. I'm just saying with Redwine, hold on to your job. Living for the city with Poppa DD. My Hollywood wrap-up, the kiss it list, and the last word. So sit back, relax, get your favorite cocktail, and we're going to get right into In Focus. So, I see I'm number one. I'm working hard tonight.
That's right. You're going to break a sweat tonight, so go for it. What you got in focus?
I see. I wouldn't need a true cocktail after that. Okay. Our president, he signed a proclamation this past Tuesday to establish the Emmett Till and Mamie Till Mobley National Monument. Yes, hello. Yes, finally. Till, the black 14-year-old who was unfortunately lynched in 1955 after he was accused of whistling at a white woman in Mississippi, became a symbol of the civil rights movement, and his murder highlighted the racism and brutality faced by black people throughout the U.S. So sad. Till's best friend and younger cousin, Reverend Wheeler Parker Jr., introduced President Biden and gave him remarks. Parker, born in Mississippi, was 16, also when Till was lynched, and is the last surviving witness to his abduction. Parker was among other members of Till's family, as well as civil rights leaders, iconic preservation advocates, and more attended the proclamation signing. The monument will also honor Till's mother, Mamie Till Mobley, a renowned civil rights advocate. Till was laid to rest in an open casket at a funeral. His mother, to demonstrate the horrors of the brutal murder in order to push forward the movement for equal rights for blacks in America. So kudos to the president. Trying to see where it's going to be. What Grayball Landing in Mississippi, where it is believed that Till's body was recovered from the Tallahatchie River, will be the second location. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, he signed this back in March 2022. So it's coming. It's coming. You know, it's a federal law now, so that's what they're going to do. So kudos to him.
That's good. I think that was the anti-lynching law last year.
Right, March 2022.
Lynching a federal crime. Now, I'm trying to understand, why did it take up all this time to make lynching a federal crime?
That's crazy. You're right. It's just boy, it blows my mind.
Yeah, that goes back to what Poppa DD was saying at the top of the hour.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, why was that still considered technically legal?
Right. So you said up until now, people could continue to lynch people. Yeah.
Well, they made it a federal crime. Now, I don't know how state laws handle it, but last year it became a federal crime. So then, you know, the prosecution is different for federal crimes.
Okay, gotcha. Yes, I don't know. But like you said, why it take so long? It's like, I mean, is the government on our side or what? Are they helping us or are they against us? I mean, why would it take so long, like you said? You know. But,
that's a good question.
White folks,
the government
white folks are making the law.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, answer that question.
Yep.
All right. We'll raise our glass to the president on that one.
All right. Cheers to the president.
All right.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, I've got the next one. Since you were talking about Mississippi, I've got another one out of Mississippi. This one is about these two black men that were tortured by six white cops. They're filing a lawsuit now. This happened in Braxton, Mississippi. The two gentlemen were interviewed by Ryan Young, who's with CNN, to talk about what happened in the whole incident. Their names are Michael Jenkins and Eddie Parker. Eddie Parker relived the whole attack in the house where it happened, pointing out the spot where the blood is still on the floor, you know, the blood stains and all of that. Now, the other gentleman, Michael Jenkins, he couldn't even speak. He could barely speak because the officers shot him in the mouth. They actually shot him in the tongue during the incident when they were being tortured. See, he was there in the interview with his mother, she basically was doing all the speaking, and he was just nodding most of the time. And he just said, he felt very hurt and embarrassed by the whole situation, with him not being able to speak clearly anymore. It just messed him up. And they went on to talk about how during this whole event, these 6 white cops came in with no warrant, burst into the place where they were, and accused them of selling drugs and dating white women. I'm like, wait a minute. This happened last year. So in 2022, are you trying to say that dating a white woman is against the law? But that's what these cops were saying. They kept calling them the N-word, called them monkeys, used all kind of language and stuff, tortured them for over 90 minutes, forced them to lay down on the floor, repeatedly tased them, put a gun in their mouth. That's how the other brother got shot in the tongue. They put a gun in their mouth and kept pulling the trigger, and I guess eventually the gun went off, and shot this man in the mouth like that. All of this for no reason. Like I said, they had no warrant, had really no reason. Then they tried to claim one of these 2 black men had a gun, and when they searched the house, no gun was found. And of course, mysteriously, the body cameras were all turned off, so there was no actual footage to show what actually happened. So, for them to say, they're accusing them of dating white women and of selling drugs, and that was their so-called justification for coming up in there, like I said, with no warrant. They waterboarded these men, and in the case of what they did is they poured milk all over their face as they made them lay on the floor, and like I said, they put the gun on their face, in their mouth. It just, I just don't understand why this kind of stuff is still happening. And these 6 officers were supposedly part of some kind of elite force, police force or something. So there's a civil rights investigation that's going on, and this is part of Rankin County. And the brother's mother, the one that got shot in the mouth, she said that she's just grateful to God that they didn't kill her son so that he could be a witness to say what happened and to try to go after these people, because these cops and other cops like them in Rankin County have done this kind of stuff before. But usually nobody's alive to talk about it. So, they're supposed to be part of this, what they call special response team, an elite police unit. So they've Eddie Parker and Michael Jenkins have filed a $400 million federal lawsuit, and they named 3 of the officers whose names they were able to name, as well as the Sheriff Byron Bailey. I think the sheriff has already resigned. The last time I checked. I don't know the status of the 3 other officers named in the lawsuit. But, I mean, this is the kind of crap that goes on. Now, this was in Braxton, Mississippi. Once again, foolishness going on in the South. What y'all think?
What's up, Papa? Come on.
That's some heavy stuff.
Very
heavy stuff. It just goes to show that everybody has the own, like I said earlier, everybody has a mindset when it comes to black people. Like, we're just worthless. I mean, we have no just cause of anything, and nobody gives a damn about us. They could beat our ass thinking that we ain't going home to nothing. Nobody's waiting for us with open arms or dinner or, or we supposed to be going to a football game or a baseball game. We ain't got no plans. We just don't mind you holding us for 90 minutes whooping our ass because ain't nobody expecting us to come home to shit.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that crazy? That's very deep. That's how you got to look at that.
Yeah, it shows the total lack of disregard and disrespect once again. Oh, boy. They wear me out with this stuff. All right. Well, on the topic of craziness, what you got in focus, Poppa DD?
Well, I got something here that really is a negative strike on us. Where this young lady, I was actually believing this lady at one point until I guess white folks must have, once they did their investigation, they must have drilled the hell out of her until she confessed. This happened in Alabama. Now, a lot of these young people don't realize, being raised in Alabama, they don't understand what that state had already done or did, or the reputation of black people in Alabama. You know what I mean? And what we don't have when it comes to Alabama, Mississippi, some parts of Louisiana, it's just, it's especially Alabama. Oh my God, we've never had no respect given to us in Alabama. And this goes way back. Anyway, this young girl, all right, her name is Carly Russell, Alabama woman who returned home on July 15th after she was reportedly missing for 2 days, okay? Was never missing. Now, this must be Hoover County. It says the Hoover Police Department chief name was Nicholas Dorzez, told reporters at a news conference Monday that he read a statement where he said that he was providing to the police by Russell's attorney. His name is Emory Anderson, acknowledging there was no kidnapping or toddler on the road. She said it was a toddler walking around with only a pamper on. And I don't even know why that part of the story had to come in there. And that she never left the Hoover area and acted alone. Now, she is supposed to have got kidnapped or something. And I believed it. When he said Alabama, I just knew that the black girl was just heist, But they said we asked for your prayers at the time of this. Carly, as she addressed her issues and attempted to move forward, understanding that she made a mistake in this matter. Made a mistake by telling everybody that, you were abducted, and somebody took your car. She left her wig and her phone on the car seat or something to that effect. And I'm like, what? Left the wig? What the hell what was that about? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this is just crazy as hell. And see, after having a meeting with Anderson, scheduled to discuss the whole situation on that, couldn't find out it was a whole hoax. Now, where the girl actually went, nobody knows for those hours. Whether she went to St. Croix, St. Martin's, or, Aruba, whatever, But she comes back 2 days later acting like nobody is following up on her, leaving her car there and phone and wig, and they come back at the mother's house like, what the hell were you thinking? And when you came back, what did you think your alibi was going to be upon your return? I mean, I'll ask you all that. What do you think about this young lady?
I don't know. I think she got some real issues.
Yeah, from the report that I did hear, I heard something about her and her boyfriend had just broken up, and apparently she had a really mental meltdown. Apparently, because first she reported about a young child on the side of the road. She called 911 and said, the child's on the side of the road. Why? My thing is, why would you interject a child which doesn't exist into your fabricated story?
Yeah, that was the big thing right there that got everybody's attention.
Right, but the key thing was when I have to say the cops, when they did the investigation, it didn't take them long to find out that this was a hoax, because she had on her feed on her phone about an Amber Alert. She had purchased a ticket, a bus ticket. So just different things that just added up to this being a hoax. And she just, fabricated the whole thing. So,
exactly. They found out that she had been looking up stuff from that movie Taken. That movie with what's his name, Liam Neeson. Yeah, she had been looking up stuff about that movie Taken, and some other stuff. I don't know if it was in her search history on her phone, but they found all of that stuff.
And she said she got out of her vehicle to check on a child, and a man came out of the trees and mumbled that he was checking on the baby, and claimed that the man then picked her up, and she screamed, she said at the time, and he drove off with her. And there was no surveillance video of anybody coming out of the bushes. I mean, it was just damn.
Crazy.
I mean, I'm like, but then the mother, a young Christian woman, she's at the time, saying, well, my daughter would have never disappeared like this, and it just was so. The way the mother was reacting, this was such an embarrassment, I'm sure, for the family.
Oh, I'm sure. Her mother was saying she's a good girl and she's an honest person.
Yeah, she's a child of God and whole nine. She interjected the Lord up in there and everything else. And
just crazy, yeah.
But you see, she went and got a lawyer, so she's not totally crazy. Yeah, she's not totally crazy. She went and got a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
But this was world news,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when she talked about the child, like you said, Ketel. Once you put a child in the mix, you got everybody's attention.
Yeah.
She left that out.
Yeah. That's like an Amber Alert, because she even looked that up. Amber Alert.
Yeah. But what made it really bad is that I don't remember the woman's name, but there's a sister that runs a nonprofit organization to help locate missing black people or people of color. So, of course, people were calling her and hitting up her organization's number and all of that. And when it turned out to be a hoax, she was getting some negative feedback and stuff because of this. And I'm like, you know what? That was one person's actions. That sister is still doing a good work, trying to make up for what the police departments and the FBIs and all of them are not doing. Because a lot of the cases of missing black people just sit there going cold. So this sister put together that nonprofit to try to, continue the search for missing black folks. So, people who were sending her all that hate mail and negativity need to, get a grip and check themselves.
Wow. Okay.
I hope she gets some help. I really do. Yeah.
Another one bites the dust.
You're right about that. Well, on that note, I think we could all use a good cocktail. Woo! What you got for us this week, Ketel? It's time for the cocktail of the week. With Ketel, brought to you by DC Homegrown Entertainment and Ketel.
Okay. Thank you for the introduction, Redwine. All right. It's called the Solar Flare. Interesting. Is it going to take flight? Let me see. What ingredients do we have? Oh, we have tequila. 1.5 ounces of Astro Resveratrol tequila. 0.75 ounces of lime juice. 0.75 ounces of homemade grenadine. 2 dashes of hot sauce. Topped with sparkling wine and garnished with a mint. That's your favorite red wine. So we're going to add all the ingredients except the sparkling wine into an ice-filled shaker and shake for 6 to 8 seconds. Add the sparkling wine to the shaker. Strain into a chilled wax glass and garnish, of course, with the mint. So That's called the solar flare.
I like that with a little bit of hot sauce. Fire it up.
Oh, that's why it's called the solar flare. Okay, I got it.
Spicy.
All right. It'll be on our website. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Ketel. The solar flare. All right. Tequila with the lime and the grenadine and the hot sauce. Woo. Okay. Poppa DD. You know what I'm going to ask you. What's poppin'? Poppa DD? Uh-oh. Poppa DD.
I'm here.
Okay, what's poppin'?
Getting back on that subject we was talking about before, about, people interjecting where we are as black people. I just want to talk about an incident that happened to me the other day, which was so ironic how we have been lowered down the food chain, just standing still. We never even knew what happened with the food chain, but we done dropped down the food chain because I was out in search of a six-pack. I'm not going to name the beverage because they're not paying me for advertising for them. So anyway, I was out, but this particular brand has two different types of colors. They have the lighter color and they have the darker color. And I went to this, I thought it was a liquor store, but it turned out it was just a bar. But it was a Spanish bar, where people of Latino nature was, the predominantly group in there. So it was two young girls behind the bar that was doing the bartending. They were young and inexperienced, and I guess they were back there for, what Spanish people call pretty. Okay? But around the bar was about maybe 6 or 7 Spanish men only. So obviously Spanish women don't frequent this joint, at least at that particular time frame. It seemed like it was just a watering hole for the guys. So I'm sitting there, and one thing about Spanish people that's hard to identify until they get up and walk is you don't know when they're drunk because they just got that lazy look all the goddamn time. Anyway, that was just my level of insult based on what happened to me that night. Now, all of a sudden, I asked for this particular beverage, and the lady pulled out the lighter brand of it, and I wanted the darker one. Now, in most cases today, most people of a Spanish and Latino nature don't speak English. They really don't speak English. And they're living in America every day. They're living in Jersey, D.C., Delaware, Maryland, all over the world. And a lot of them are productive. They're out there with their trucks with the ladders on it, handy people doing this, doing that. And they ain't speaking a drop of English. They got one person maybe in the crowd that speaks English. They get, they pack a translator, Anyway, so the girl goes in and she's packing. He's like, and I said, no, that's not it. That's not what I want. But then when I said that's not what I want, and she kept packing it, I guess the look on my face was like, this bitch is dumb as fuck. So the guy picked up on me being a little disgusted. So the guy sitting at the bar drinking, he yells over at me, do you want it or not? Do you want it or not? Now, he was a patron there drinking. He wasn't the owner or none of that. Now, nobody was going to talk to me like that. But this joker was just in there drinking. And he yelled at me, do I want it or not? I said, no, I don't want that. I don't want that one. Thank goodness, the oldest guy in there who looked the most ratchet, he said, oh, you want the, it's called Negro or something like that. The darker brand in Spanish, they call it Negro or something to that effect, Negroid. Yeah. So, you want the Negroid. So they were building a liquor store next door, but they were still selling beer, but the lady was taking it out of the refrigerator, creating a six-pack. So the guy from next door, he heard it going on because the door was open over in the place where they're building a liquor store, and he brings me out the six-pack of the darker stuff that I wanted. And I'm looking over at the guy after I paid for it, and then he says, hey, I'm sorry for talking to you like that. And I was like, wait a minute, you sorry for talking to me like that? I'm like, first of all, motherfucker, you didn't have to talk to me like that at all. How are you apologizing for some shit that you shouldn't have said from the beginning? And what made you think, and even when I came in there, the way they all looked at me, I felt, because it was kind of dimmed down, they sitting there like in the dark kind of, if you've been in a little tight Spanish bar, they always in the fucking dark. I don't know why. Anyway, when I walked in there, it was almost like I walked in a country and western bar, because I got the same reaction. You're the only black person walking in like a country and western bar, and everybody looks at you like the fuck, look you up and down and pull your DNA out off your tongue and shit, and and all whatever the hell they do when you walk in there, you're the only minority in there. They looked at me the same way. And the guy apologizing before I left out there, and I'm saying to myself, the way that you talk, I didn't even really aggravate it, because here's the deal with that whole situation. Now, if I would have flexed on this guy and went after him for yelling at me like he did, once I would have went over and started whooping his ass, his friends in there and all them Spanish guys would have started whooping my ass. Unified. Whooped my ass. Then when the police came in there, being it was a Spanish bar and I'm the only black person in there, they would accuse me of being the person that started the shit. And that's where we are today as black people. It's always the second people to get away with shit. The first people that do some shit don't never get caught with it. It's the person that reacts to it, and if you're a black person, you're going to get accused. So by the time the cops came in there, probably, my ass would have been whooped, laying on the ground, and handcuffs would have been put on me, because 6 motherfuckers would have been pointing at me saying how fucked up I was. That's why I got my beer and got the fuck out of there. That's the end of that episode. Okay?
Okay.
That was crazy.
So I'm going to just tell you what happens when a black man reacts. Okay? And some people say, well, that's anybody. Well, I think blacks are the most endangered species on the planet. Everybody's after our ass, you know what I mean? The cops, like you said in the last story, shoot to kill. We get pulled over, shoot to kill, shoot to kill. It's almost like it's a alligator or a fucking crocodile, when you see an alligator or crocodile come out the water, first thing you want to do is get away from that motherfucker or kill it, right? There's no capturing a crocodile or alligator. Them bitches come out the water, you're like, oh, fuck, I got to kill this motherfucker or get away from his ass. And we taking on that same look of an alligator or crocodile. People feel like that when we come at them or raise our voice or ask, why are you pulling me over? Now we got attitude and we got to be stopped. We got to be shut up. We got to be, it's just amazing, and I just want to leave it at that because that was some deep stuff, man, Thank God I'm mature enough to walk away.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. I'm glad it didn't escalate.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm like, I don't want to put myself in that position and sound like you took yourself out the equation. Because if you would have saved it, it might have got worse. So it's like, hey, I don't want to, I don't want no trouble. That's what I don't like. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you did the right thing. Yeah, I think you did the right thing, Bob.
I heard on the news today that this lady stabbed a man over $10 that she thought he took. I'm like, how you stab and kill the man? She stabbed him with a knife. She reached over the counter at a restaurant, took a knife, stabbed this man to death over $10. I'm like, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
People react. They are hotheads. So you did the right thing. Just get out of there. All right. Well, it's time to lighten it up because that got heavy. So we're going to lighten it up and give you some of the weird news of this week. And I've got the first weird news. This one is pretty much about dumb criminals. But this one is about some thieves that were dragging an ATM machine from a bank. This happened in Florida. the whole thing came unraveled when the masterminds apparently forgot that this big, hefty ATM was going to leave drag marks in the pavement. So the result was a trail of breadcrumbs, so to speak, that led the police to a bucket truck conspicuously dragging an ATM on a North Florida highway. It happened at 4:52 in the morning last Friday at the Humorous Bank on Highway 90, which is 60 miles west of Jacksonville. Upon arrival, the officers discovered that the ATM was missing from its foundation near the drive-thru, and the drag marks could easily be seen on the asphalt that was leading right through the mall parking lot going northeast. So the police basically just followed the drag marks and went right to where the truck was abandoned. Now, this ATM weighs like 1,800 pounds. So you weren't going far trying to drag this thing. So once the thieves realized that you're not going to get away with a high-speed chase dragging 1,800 pounds, and they were in a stolen truck, so they decided to jump out and run when the patrol cars started closing in. They ran off into the woods and just left the ATM still being dragged, or connected rather, to the truck. They still haven't found these two dudes that dragged that machine, but suffice it to say, they didn't get one thin dime out of that machine. So hopefully they'll find these two guys eventually and lock them up for just being stupid. And, of course, for theft of an ATM. But that's my weird news.
That's crazy. That sounds like the movie Anthony Anderson, and he was in, I forgot the name of it, but they stole ATM machines.
I remember
they
that.
Get into it.
Yeah, they were banging on it and doing everything, trying to get in it.
Wow. All right, I got the next one. Let's see.
All right.
A rat snake breaks into a chicken coop and swallows a surprise. I can imagine what it is. When a hungry rat snake found its way into a Texas chicken coop with 2 unguarded eggs inside, it thought it hit the jackpot. What it didn't realize was that the eggs weren't filled with yolks, but hard clay, putting the snake in a life-threatening situation. What? For many homeowners, finding a snake inside a backyard chicken coop would sadly mean immediate death for the snake. Texas homeowners, however, took a far better route. Finding the rat snake in danger, they transported it to Austin Wildlife Rescue. There, it received treatment for its bloated, clay-filled belly. Sounds like it was a setup to me. This rat snake came to us late last week after he swallowed not 1 but 2 ceramic eggs. Wow. He must have been quite hungry. Luckily, the homeowners found him in their chicken coop and brought the snake right away. Goes on to say ceramic eggs are often used to encourage hens to lay in their nesting boxes. Okay, in case you were wondering. So they were there for a reason, but the snake got a hold of it, and hey, he wasn't supposed to. So, interesting.
So, wait a minute. You said that the clay egg is there to do what now?
To help encourage hens to lay their nesting boxes. And their nesting boxes, they put them in there to, give them some incentive or give them, encouragement to lay the eggs.
Okay. I didn't know that. Okay.
But the snake got up in there and he was hungry, so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that'll learn them.
At first I thought it was a setup, but apparently they were using the eggs for the hens and, something else. So.
I guess the hens look at those eggs and say, "Oh, I can do better than that." Okay. All right. Cluck, cluck. All right, Poppa DD. over to you. What's your weird news tonight?
Oh, let's see here. This is since the Big Peanut is back in Georgia. All right, the roadside landmark along Interstate 75 in South Georgia was rededicated Thursday, nearly 5 years after earlier version was destroyed by the winds of Hurricane Michael. This time, the giant goober, is made of sheet metal, not fiberglass. All right, it's a symbol of pride in the heart of South Georgia's peanut belt, as well as an enticement of tourists to pull over on a highway in the small town of Ashburn. The Ashburn-Turner County Chamber of Commerce raised nearly $80,000 to replace the giant nut. Okay? No pun intended on that one, but with that, but this is really, it kind of put people in since 1975 until it was blown down October 10th, 2018. The majority of money came from the Georgia Department of Agriculture, and the Turner County residents also raised thousands. All right.
Wow.
And it also, it also had a big illuminated light at night that came on. So it took workers a combined 700 to 800 hours to build a landmark, which weighs over 5,000 pounds from the bottom of the brick to the top of the peanut. The landmark is more than 40 feet tall. Damn. Next step is making the Big Peanut more welcome in the social media age. So Ashton Kushner and his wife, Mila, they once took a selfie with the previous giant peanut. And the town planned to set up a selfie spot so tourists can get the best angle with the new peanut. So that's interesting.
So you say it's a peanut, and it weighs how much now?
It weighs 5,000 pounds.
Good gracious. That's an awfully big nut, but okay.
Yeah. That's the idea.
All righty.
Yeah, they said that Adam he took a picture of it a long time ago with his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I saw a documentary on that not long ago where he married a woman he's on the 70s show with back in the day. And she's from Ukraine, as a matter of fact. Anyway, that's another story. Anyway, so when you get up in the area of Ashburn, Georgia,
okay.
About that way.
And this is in Georgia.
In Georgia, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Home of the giant
Ashburn. ASH.
Ashburn.
BURN. Ashburn.
Okay.
All right.
Home of the Big Peanut.
Big Peanut, yeah. Big ass peanut. It's on a cement trough. Yeah, it's big as hell. So there you go.
All righty. Oh, okay. Oh, we got a message for Ketel coming through. Let's see, what is it?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you old thing from another world, you.
Thank you so much.
Right.
I appreciate that.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Happy birthday.
Almost birthday.
It's countdown.
My. All
right.
right.
My.
You're getting there.
Yes, slowly but surely, right?
Mm-hmm. What you gonna do for your birthday other than party?
Well, party, and party some more.
Okay, that's it. You are officially out of control.
Going up to the beach for the weekend. I gotta go get some. I don't want to get too much sun. It's gonna be hot. So.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hot one.
It sure
All
is.
right. Well, I'm ready with. Where are we? I'm just saying.
Yeah,
and again, yeah, I can go right ahead. We're not taking any calls tonight because it's Ketel's birthday, and we've got a party to get to. So we're just going to keep it moving. And go ahead, Poppa DD.
All right. Give it up for Redwine with it. I'm just saying. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Poppa DD. Tonight, I'm just saying, hold on to your job. Now, you know, we've been following the writers and the actors strike, and one of the issues in that whole situation has been about the use of artificial intelligence, or AI, right? So some of the Hollywood studios, what they want to do is, in a lot of things they want to do, but one of the things they want to do is they want to have the right to record an actor video, record an actor doing stuff like one time, and then they want to recut that video and use it over and over in perpetuity, which means forever and ever and ever until they don't want to use it anymore, and use it as what they call a background actor. So you can have the actor doing their part with their spoken part in front, and then you can see people moving around in the back. And that could be that same actor, but it's all done in editing. So what that means is people who would normally be the background actors will not get paid to be background actors because they're using the image of one person. But they're only paying that one person one time for the one role that they did. They're not paying them to use their image over and over. That's the kind of stuff that the studios are trying to do. Well, there's a similar problem, of course, with streaming, because with the streaming, they want to be able to pay the actors and the writers, like for the one-time use, and then stream the programs thousands and thousands of times, but the actors and the writers aren't getting anything from the streams, and that's not right. So moving on to more AI crazy, to make matters worse, now AI is coming to TV, coming for TV broadcasters' jobs. You know, your regular newscasters you see in the morning, afternoon, and the evenings, they get up there and tell you what's happening in the news, right? Well, in India, they're now using AI technology that they created an AI newscaster, and they call this newscaster Lisa. And Lisa stands right there in front of the camera and delivers the news. Now, this is not a drill, people. This is for real. I saw Lisa. I saw the footage of Lisa, and it's crazy. When you see it, I don't even want to call it a her. When you see it, it looks almost real unless you study it close. If you really look at it, you'll notice that it blinks its eyes a little too slow and weird, and the motions, like when it holds its hands and moves its arms, it's a little bit robotic, but if you're not paying attention, you won't even notice it. And just that easy, they have an AI newscaster, and guess what? AI doesn't need to get paid. AI doesn't get a check. AI doesn't get health care benefits, doesn't get sick leave, doesn't get any of that. AI only costs what it costs for a programmer to create, and that's it. AI can work 24/7 for free, and that's what they're doing in India. I'm just saying, you better hold on to your job while you got one, because this stuff is crazy and getting out of hand quick. Now, these stations that are using Lisa, they're saying, oh, we only use it for analytical and repetitive news. But isn't that what most of the news is? It's analytical stuff and repetitive stuff. This is not good, people. If they've got Lisa in the background, like, for example, you know how sometimes you turn on the news and you're doing other things, you're not really watching, but you're listening? If you're just listening to Lisa, you won't even realize that this crap is not a real person. That's how the voice sounds very human-like. I'm just saying, like I said, Lisa doesn't get a paycheck, so that's something to think about. And these stations in India are saying, well, we still need humans to research the stories and for things that require more creativity. But how long is that going to last? And how creative does the news really need to be? The news should be about facts, not creativity. I'm just saying, hold on to your job, because Lisa and the rest of these AI robots are on the move. And if these TV executives think that people want to watch robots deliver the news, they are more brain dead than I thought. People like watching the natural interaction between the news anchors. I love watching when they make a mistake, when they can't get the words right and they stumble over it and they have to laugh it off and their co-anchors laugh along with them. I like the humor and the mistakes and the humanity. The humanity, with the key word being human. Let's just see AI try to replicate humanity. You might look human, but you're never going to be human. This is Redwine, and I'm just saying, hold on to your job and don't let Lisa replace you, because it's getting crazy out there. I'm telling you, I saw that crap, and it was crazy.
That was a good one. I didn't know. Wow.
It's getting crazy.
I see.
I mean, that thing was standing there delivering the news, just talking and chatting and clasping its hands and moving its hands back and forth and blinking and turning the head side to side. I was like, this is some bull.
Yeah, it's not even personable. I don't like that one.
Man, I'm putting Lisa on the kiss it list.
Well.
Anyway, moving on. Living for the city, Poppa DD. What's happening in the city?
Well, you know, it's funny you talk about that AI thing, because I noticed I'm getting about, I would say at least 7-8 calls a day from strange numbers, you know, scam only kind of thing, or scam likely, whatever it says on the phone. And I'm noticing that they're saying this thing where they got this $75,000 loan that they want to help you get, and all this other jazz. But I personally think that all that is connected to AI. Because, see, if they happen to grab you and talk to you, what they're doing is recording your voice, you know? And if they string you along long enough with your voice, now they have your voice. And as soon as somebody replicas your voice, now they can start putting words in your mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
All they need is the voice. So whenever you get these calls, for you to talk to them people for 5 seconds, that's a wrong thing to do. Because they already know your life. They know what you own. They know what you got. Especially if you're a homeowner, your name is on a house. They know that already. So now all you got to do is give them a voice, because they got stuff out now called title stealing, where people steal the title of your house. And all they need to do is link you in with your voice with a lawyer saying, I want to do this and do that, and play it up and yada, yada, yada. And, you know, I mean, I don't know all the particulars of it, but I just think that if you ever get a call from somebody, don't be curious or stupid enough to give them any conversation. You know what I'm saying? The last thing you want to do is give somebody that's got probably multi-million-dollar technology on their end any conversation is going to allow them to capture your voice. Some people like, no, I didn't do that. I didn't put in for those $75,000 loans. Well, ma'am, it says here that you put, your name is Karen, right? Yeah, my name is Karen, but I did not put in, you know me, and now they got you. They're getting all this voice from you. Because AI is about voice, right? Replicating people's voices. And once they got your voice, they can connect your voice with anything. When they call your credit card people, because they probably already got your number for your credit card, but they need your voice to seal the deal. You know? Hi, I need this, you know? Because AI just needs your voice to now put words in your mouth. So I'm just thinking that we really need to, in our life, start acting like we want to be real stingy with everything. And you always got to be cold-blooded. And the sad part about it, like I always say, you know, black people, we were raised with so much goddamn kindness. You know what I mean? Our parents has taught us to have and share so much love. But I just think that nowadays when we talking to the younger children or grandchildren or whoever we're teaching or showing anything to, we need to teach them how to be little cold-blooded motherfuckers too. You know? We can't teach them to be so nice and so kind. Because nowadays in the world today, with like my situation with them crazy-ass Spanish motherfuckers and crazy-ass white motherfuckers in the world, you know, Union Shanghai. It's just that simple. So, you know, we have to teach our children to be a little ruthless at the same time. Stop teaching them to be so goddamn nice. You know? I'm just saying. I'm going to leave it at that. So, watch what you say.
Alrighty. Okay. So you saying you got to balance it out?
Hell yeah. Stop teaching them to be so kind, so sweet. Be lovable. Be caring. Fuck that. Be a bastard.
He said, bump that. Go ahead, Papa. I hear you. You said, bump that. Stop being so damn kind and nice, huh?
Yeah. My grandmama told me to be nice. My mama told me to be so nice and kind. Fuck that.
You said go for the jugular.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, it's time for Ketel and the Hollywood wrap-up. We're going to get all the latest info on what's happening in the entertainment world. You ready, Ketel?
That time already? Yeah,
it's
that time already?
We're moving on to it. This is the birthday party. We waiting on.
Birthday party. Birthday party.
All right, Papa.
Ooh, Hollywood. Hollywood. Take it away.
Oh, boy. Okay. All right. I appreciate that. Ava DuVernay, she was in the news. I haven't heard her name in a long time. She recently made history at the Venus Film Festival when her film Origin became the first ever film directed by a black woman to be selected for the prestigious competition. I don't understand why has it taken so long. As we said before, they just trying to cancel our black asses out. I'm sorry. The film features a star-studded cast. Let me see. Audra McDonald, Niecy Nash-Betts. All right. Blair Underwood. Haven't heard his name in a long time as well. Go ahead, Blair. Okay, he's doing his thing. All right. So look for that. Origin will premiere at the 80th Venus International Film Festival, which will take place sometime in September. Okay, we're going to look out for that. Kudos to her. All right, she's doing great things. I like that. All right. Also in the news, the drug dealer tied with Michael K. Williams' fatal overdose gets 30 months in prison. Wow. A man has been sentenced to over 2 decades in prison for his connection to the tragic overdose death of actor Michael K. Williams. Former drug dealer Carlos Macy was one of 4 men arrested in February 2022 for the involvement in the star's death in 2021. Wow. Okay. Massey has been sentenced to 2.5 years behind bars with an additional 3 years of supervised release following his imprisonment. Interesting. Williams passed away on September the 6th, 2023 after consuming heroin laced with fentanyl. Wow. He reportedly purchased the drugs a day before from a member of Massey's crew. The alleged transaction was caught on footage obtained by the police. Interesting. Okay. All right. Getting some closure here. That's good. Also, Snoop Dogg, he's in the news, announced on Tuesday that he has canceled 2 concerts at the Hollywood Bowl that had been intended to celebrate the 30th anniversary of his debut solo album, Doggy Style, citing the current strike by the WGA and SAG AFTRA. So I guess he's in solidarity with the writer's strike. So kudos to him. Kudos to you, Snoop.
All right.
Yeah. Also, Monica. I saw a videotape on this. Monica jumps off stage into crowd to defend a woman being assaulted at her concert. Wow. The inaugural Riverfront Music Festival in Detroit faced an unexpected disruption over the weekend that led singer Monica to stop her set. The incident involved an alleged assault in the audience, which prompted the singer to personally intervene in the altercation. Wow, she literally jumped off the stage. You didn't see her interacting with the people, but I just saw her jumping off the stage, and I'm not sure what happened after that, but she got back up there and she finished her set. So kudos to Monica. She must have had some problems in the past with, her personal, self about abuse. So, hey, why not? Go help the girl. I guess nobody else was helping, so Monica said, okay, I'm going to stop my set. I'm going to go help this woman. So, yeah, kudos to her. Yeah. If you guys don't already know, Tina Knowles is divorcing her second husband. Beyonce's mom, Tina Knowles, files for divorce from second husband, Richard Lawson, after 8 years of marriage, citing irreconcilable differences. Tina, she's 68, filed the paperwork on Wednesday. The documents, Tina also asked to terminate the court's ability to award spousal support to Richard. He's 76. They said there are dues in 2015. They were only dating for 2 years, but they said there are dues in 2015. Wow, okay. Who knew? Interesting. Who knew?
Wow.
Also, Issa Rae, a multi-year partnership with Help Sign market and distribution artists under the famed actor and producer's umbrella. It's called Raedio. Raedio. Almost like radio, but I guess that's her shingle. The audio division of her Hooray Media Company has reportedly announced a multi-million-dollar partnership with Def Jam Records. Interesting. The famed hip-hop record label will now assist in signing, marketing, and distributing artists under this particular umbrella. This will also include the publishing, supervision, library, digital content, and event deals. Girlfriend, she's getting into everything. All right, Miss Issa Rae, I ain't mad at you. Also, she was in the movie Barbie. Everything pink was this past weekend. A black Barbie. Interesting. Also, birthdays today, July 28th. Yay! Of course, Ketel, Sally Struthers, Lori Loughlin, didn't know that, Elizabeth Berkley, and John David Washington. Everybody knows John David Washington as his famous daddy. Everybody knows Denzel Washington. And I didn't realize he played professional ball. He's an actor, and he was a former professional football player. He played college ball at Morehouse, and he signed a deal with the St. Louis Rams. And also he played in the United Football League as well. So that's John David Washington. Yeah. Denzel Washington's son. He's 38. His birthday is today. So that's my Hollywood wrap up.
All right, and I got one last one for you. Sinead O'Connor died. You remember her who sang the song that Prince wrote, Nothing Compares to You?
Oh, for sure. He sure did write that, yeah.
I think she was 56.
I'm sorry.
I was saying I think she was 56.
Yeah, she was. She was dealing with some mental health issues as well. Because she did Saturday Night Live, and she tore up the Pope's picture. I'm like, okay, what's going on with that? But
okay.
So her mental health issues. Sorry to hear that.
All right. Yeah. All right. I think that was it. All right. Thank you, Ketel. The Hollywood Wrap-Up is brought to you by Ketel and our parent company, DC Homegrown Entertainment.com. All right. That takes us down to the world-famous Kiss It list. Poppa DD, can you tell everybody what is the world-famous A Pajama Party Kiss It list?
Well, that's people that have shot themselves in the foot over the last couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of hours. Yeah, I want to add one more thing, too. It happened a couple of days ago. The Republican Speaker of the House, what's his name? Not Speaker of the House, but the Republican Majority Leader.
McCarthy?
No, not McCarthy. The senator, he's a senator. The one from Kentucky.
McConnell.
McConnell, yeah. He suffered a real medical situation a couple of days ago. He was talking. He just froze at the microphone. Just froze zombie freezing, where nobody knew what was going on because he just stopped for a minute and just froze there. And going to find out they don't know whether it was a small stroke or he just did not say nothing for like 20 seconds. His look on his face was like he was very disoriented. So
wow.
God bless him going forward. Mitch McConnell, God bless him. He's falling a lot and breaking bones and things like that. And, just pray for the man because he looks like he needs to retire. You can't hold on to your job because it's so easy and that you feel like you ain't got to really make a move. It's like, I got this. They vote for me every term. I got this. No, you don't have it. You're getting old. It's time to make a move. You need somebody to take care of you. Anyway, in other health news, LeBron James' son, Bronny James, suffered a cardiac arrest. He is now recovering. He was in the ICU for a while, but I understand now he's, out of the ICU and in recovery. But that brother's only 19. So, there's a lot going on. Yeah, there was one more thing I wanted to say about. Can't think of it right now. I'm getting old. Okay.
Well, let's get to the Kiss It list then. I want to start it out with Jason Aldean with that video he did about, it's called Try That in a Small Town. He took out that 6-second segment he had originally had in there on Black Lives Matter. Put him on a Kiss It list. Also, those Braxton, Mississippi cops that tortured those two brothers. Lisa, the unwanted artificial intelligence doing the news in India. I'm going to add the government UFO cover-up. All this time, the government has been telling us for decades that UFOs don't exist. Now they're coming out with all this info saying, they do exist. I'm like, what are we supposed to do now? I don't know what they want us to do now. And the so-called black conservatives who are behind DeSantis and this whole rewrite of history pertaining to slavery. There are some black conservatives that are on board with that crap. So I'm putting them on the kiss it list.
Yeah, and that's the reason why we spoke about unification. When we speak about non-unification, sometimes we speak about our own people and, maybe a few people in the hood that ain't acting right or doing right. But we got, like you said, we got to think about these black conservatives that got money, and they're Republicans, and they even follow Republicans, so they go along with the crap that the Republicans are putting out there. They just forgot that they were black because they got so much money and so many connections that they ain't got to deal with their blackness. But can't cash in your face like Stevie Wonder said.
There you go.
Anyway.
Who else we got? Trump. I think he's got another indictment that's either happening or has happened. So put him on the kiss it list. Let's see, who else we got? I don't know if Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's always on the kiss it list.
Yeah, she's still showing her ass.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Yeah. Those Spanish jokers at the bar I want to.
Oh, yeah.
Them crazy motherfuckers.
Oh.
Yeah. Put them on the kiss it list.
Sitting there getting drunk at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Anybody else? Last call. Last call. Going once. Going twice. All right. We have a special gift for everybody on this week's Kiss It list. And here it is.
Kiss my entire ass. Kiss my Irish ass. You better kiss my Irish ass. This world, kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. You can just kiss my ass. Baby, you can just kiss my ass. Oh. You can kiss my country ass. I said if you got a problem with any of that, you can kiss my natural born redneck to the bone, ever loving country ass. That's right.
Ooh-wee.
I heard that Ketel got a birthday. Woo woo! Happy birthday, Ketel.
Well, thank
Here's
you.
to
How are
another
you?
year of fabulousness and success. Happy birthday
Thank you.
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Ketel. Happy birthday to you.
Aww.
Thank you.
That was friend of the show and songbird, Lena Chanel.
Yeah.
Wishing you a happy birthday.
Thank you. That was
Wait.
sweet.
You got one more coming in.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Coco Diva. It's Lynette Tichelle, and I wanted to say happy birthday, Coco Diva. I love you, and I am so blessed that you're in my life. Have an amazing birthday. Going on 30. All right, talk to you soon. Mwah.
Oh, that was sweet. Oh, my God. Thank you. That was so sweet. Miss Lynette Tichelle and Lena Songbird. I'm loving it. Thank you.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, that takes us down to the last word. And
okay.
Let's see. Who's got the last word first tonight? Poppa DD? What's your last word, Poppa DD? All right. If he's not ready, I'll go.
No, I'm here.
Oh. Okay, go ahead. What's your last
Like I said earlier, when you're in a situation like I was at that bar that day, just get up out of there. You ain't got to prove nothing. You ain't got to fight nobody. Because like I said, if you're the only black person up in there, when they get done whooping your ass, you're still going to have handcuffs on you if you live through it. Because everybody thinks that they got to just go ahead and kill us. There's no, So just walk away from situations. Don't even join the ignorant, being ignorant, because it's not worth it.
All right.
All right.
And my last word is hold on to your job. Don't let AI take your place. We got to stand up for what's right, because artificial intelligence will never replace human intelligence. I don't care how much they try. Humans are humans, and artificial, the key word is artificial. It ain't real. So they need to stop pushing that mess and let us be who we are. Stop trying to put fake stuff in our place. That's my last word. Hold on to your job. Stand strong. What's your last word, Ketel?
My last word is I'm just very thankful and blessed that I have so many special people in my life. Miss Redwine and Mr. Poppa DD. We've been doing this for quite a while, and I have to say, we have truly gelled together. And I am truly blessed to have you guys in my life. And thank you. Just thank you. I want to give a shout out to Songbird, Miss Lena. She does our theme song. Thank you for the happy birthday. Miss Lynette Michelle, I am so proud of you, the things that you're doing up here in Hollywood. And I know you're on the front line protesting with everybody. And proud of you too also, Miss Lena Chanel. And I'm just blessed to have so many fortunate people in my life. And I just want to give a shout out to my significant other for being in my life as well. So I have to say I'm truly blessed. And just thank you for all the birthday wishes as well. So thanks. And now it's time to party like 1999 now.
Hey. All right. Well, on that note, we're going to say goodnight and get on out of here. So say goodnight, Poppa DD.
Good night, everybody.
And say goodnight, birthday lady.
Good night, and thanks again.
And good night and happy birthday to Ketel. Sayonara, adios, deuces. We're out. Party time.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so.
I bid you farewell, arrivederci, sayonara, and all that sort of jazz.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, good night.
Yabiko. Sana.
I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now.
Good night, and good luck.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Now give me a kiss and say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for attending our show, and good night.